What is this place? Why is everyone high and drunk, and why are there hot men wandering about? Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to The Witcher Season 2. We're now into episode 3. Yes, 3, which is called Reunion. So the last episode, we followed a lot of Yennefer and Ciri. They were still trying to make their way to, oh gosh, what's the name of the place again? Anyways, where they need to go to train. And we saw that Ciri is really struggling with her newfound abilities as far as her visions. They used to be kind of once the one-off situation, but now they're happening almost all the time. And she's really struggling with just sitting back and allowing these things to unfold when she feels like she should interfere. So her and Yennefer ended up having a good heart-to-heart where Yennefer actually allowed her to see into her past and see that her life has been far from perfect, which is something that we saw Ciri was kind of assuming because of what she's seen of Yennefer thus far. But hopefully that lesson will help Ciri to be a little bit more discerning as far as trying to hold back on her impulses when it comes to these visions. Aretuza, that's the name of the place they're going to. I knew it would come to me at some point. And then with the Geralt side of things, he ended up at this old mine sort of area where he fought off against one of the creepiest beasts I think we've seen thus far in the show. And he ended up rescuing a girl who looks uncannily like Ciri and for some reason believes that she is Ciri. So no idea exactly why that's happening or who she actually is. And then we got a little bit of touches on Jaskier. He is getting closer to Radivir's brother. I can't remember his name. There's a weird tension going on there, but he seems like he's trying to play the game with him. And then we also see that with the elves, it looks like there's an impending revolt that might be going down because we see that that one elf who's played by Robbie Amell, he's always going to be Robbie Amell to me. I don't even know what his character name is. But anyway, he's really sick and tired of the queen kind of trying to stick with this vision of getting Ciri on their side. So he looks like he's ready to start a riot. So that's kind of where things left in the last episode. I'm ready to jump into the episode, but just before I do, a reminder that I do a lot of different kind of reactions here on this channel. And if you'd like to support me on this particular journey or any of the other ones, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And if you like this video, I'd appreciate it so much if you threw some likes on it as well as some comments below. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right about now.
He's hiding something, and if I'm gonna help Geralt, I need to find out what that is.
Why are you telling this girl this?
Radovid is that tool. Radovid is a spoon.
Damn, I'm smart.
Yeah, I'm aware this doesn't make a lot of sense. What I'm trying to say is the problem is different.
She's trying to leave, bro. I don't think she cares.
You like him?
Yep.
Who, Geralt? Yeah.
No,
yes.
Radovid.
Occasionally with great effort as one
It's
would.
pretty clear. You're obsessed.
I've cursed you for chasing tail of every kind. Men, women, dwarves, elves, polymorphous.
That was one time, and I regret nothing.
Okay, like I said, he's every kind of freak.
Never have I ever seen you have a crush.
Uh-oh.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Geralt might join in.
Please tell me you killed Firefingers.
Let's see if this girl knows who he is.
And she is?
I don't know. But she thinks she's Ciri.
Mm-hmm. See if you can find a song for that.
Fuck, is she alright?
Clearly not.
This is an enchantment. She'll be able to fix it.
And who's Annika?
Yeah, who is Annika?
She's a druid. And a friend of my mother's.
Mommy? We haven't heard him talk about mommy since early in season, what, 2? When did he have that fever dream?
It's him, all right. Smelled you from 2 hilltops away.
Rude.
What are you doing here?
When did I have time to shower anyway?
We both know you were a ripe old bugger.
Facts. Over there, she said. Shower first. I don't know why I get the sense that Geralt doesn't wash much, which bothers me deeply.
That burns like a railroad's arsehole.
A what now?
What is it?
That's table salt. I'm not a druid.
Ah, right.
I'm a werewolf.
Whoa.
Oh,
What are you?
cool.
I was so worried about the boils and the shitting myself to death, I wasn't really thinking about werewolves.
I mean, who would?
Yeah, I get it.
Geralt was hired by the villagers to kill me. Kept close to my chest. He keeps me safe.
Save how?
He saved my life.
So does he just not turn anymore with that thing on? I'm confused. Does he lose his mind as a werewolf?
I was there for Fasana.
She's dead.
Is that his mom?
She talked about you a lot at the end.
How long did she live? Geralt's 1,000 years old. What? I have questions.
It's a mind control enchantment.
Mind control. So someone needs her to believe she's Ciri.
Druidic magic, even some ancient elven sorcery in the spell.
Damn.
Well, that's another thing. She's part elven. Maybe a couple of generations removed, but still.
That's why it worked.
Whoever this mage is, they have quite a variety of interests.
Sounds like whoever's controlling Rience, possibly. He's been around for a minute trying to hunt down Ciri.
It'll take a while and there's no guarantee. But if it works, she'll be able to tell us who did this to her.
And what they want with Ciri.
All right, well, I guess rescuing her wasn't a complete loss. I mean, obviously, we don't want the girl to get hurt, but I was just scared maybe she was turning into something else because she was inside of a weird cocoon. I'm still not sure she's not going to turn into something.
My eyes deceive me for sure.
Not the fake smile. She turned that on like a light bulb.
My ward needs a chaperone.
Say no more.
What?
Fabio is at your disposal.
Not Fabio. Oh.
A locator spell. If you get into any trouble, hold this tight and recite the chant. But don't get into any trouble.
Right? Ideally. Who knows? Fabio's kind of cute. You need to have a nice crush. The last crush you had now hates you and is trying to get you killed, so.
In the inevitable event of their push north, Nilfgaard has agreed to leave Redania untouched.
In
And
exchange for what?
half of Temeria as a vassal
In
state.
exchange for what?
My lord, what's the return on this generous Nilfgaardian investment?
Please.
Nothing we can't afford.
Who's we?
The only reason you have any power here, Sigismund, is because of me. Don't forget that.
Oop. I kind of like Radovid. I mean, I probably shouldn't because I think he's going to be an op in the end, but I do like him.
Perhaps it's time to reach out to one of your old community.
Who's her community?
The Witcher is on our scent. If he gets to Rience first, we lose the girl and the leverage.
Ooh.
He's Radovid. Time for him to cut his teeth.
The way he heard all of it.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Shall I chat with kitchen hands?
So she's a witch. Okay, I didn't realize she was also a sorceress and Tisea trained her. I've never seen a shape-shifting witch before, so that's crazy.
I don't need your help.
But you do.
Tell that to your king.
He knows more than you right now, bro. Respectfully.
I think Hugh learned Cirilla was alive and shared the news, hoping to curry favor with the Northern Kings.
Possibly.
I don't know what's more insulting. That you think my goal's so basic, or that you free an Nilfgaardian prisoner of war, then lecture me on Northern unity.
Points on both sides.
You want me to help hide a princess whose existence means
I mean, I'm
war.
not asking much.
After all your searching, you actually did it.
Did what?
Became a mother.
Facts.
Maybe I'd have better luck if I wasn't with a girl who pounds donuts like a truffle pig.
Ooh, rude.
I'm wheat intolerant.
No, not even talking about gluten issues. My lord, even in a fantasy world, we can't escape. This guy. His hair has grown out into a luxurious length. Where is he finding conditioner in Nilfgaard?
There's no book of monotones.
Monoliths.
Whatever.
Yes, there is.
Because of what Daratuza, by order of the Emperor himself.
Interesting.
You owe me 20 marks, he stirred.
What are you up to? This is the first time we've seen him this season.
Well, you just wait. If the Emperor likes our proposal, you could be seeing a lot more of it.
Does he want to, though?
Titian, I don't really know how to sugarcoat the truth.
All the better for it. Continue.
Okay, obviously Nilfgaard just has all the conditioner because his hair looks splendid.
We can resolve this issue, I have no doubt. Make sure this man is fed. My lord.
Sounds like a trap.
Division among the elves would only hurt our cause on both fronts.
That's true.
But,
But?
are you ready to come home, dear?
Not him tearing up. Ew.
2, maybe 3 centuries of fire?
Can never have enough. Fire burns quickly.
You up and told me he saw you talking to Philippa Earhart and Banglene.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, Asker. What did Dijkstra want you to do?
Find you, obviously.
That's what princesses do. They sit on little royal thrones and they have little royal babies and they rule kingdoms. This is what Ciri wants.
I don't think she wants to be a brooding mare for that man.
You're right.
About what? Yaskier said a lot of stuff.
Well, that's deeply worrying.
But I didn't think about that. Where does she source her power?
You always scared me.
You knew him.
At school. At Aretusa.
So she was taken. Oh, was she the missing student from episode 2?
Stupid Witcher. You're doomed. And you don't even know it.
Yeah, I'm with Garrett. What the hell?
The destroyer of nations is upon us.
Oh no, his necklace. Yeah, Yaskier, move faster, please. I don't want the brother gone, please. Okay, so werewolves in this world have no control over their change. Okay, good to know. Bottle feeding her a potion, jeez. I mean, I get where Geralt's coming from, like, they don't have the time. I feel sorry for her, but they don't have the time. So who was that? Who channeled through her? This plot is thickening so fast.
Careful. These beasts are notoriously unpredictable.
Who the hell is that?
Not enough of them to know.
I don't like it. No, I don't like it.
Not strong enough for little trouble.
Not if you've lived my life.
That sounds like a challenge.
Ew.
Who presents his rap to another in the manner of a horny hen.
I don't ever need to see you do that again, sir, in my life.
Its breath alone could poison you.
It's not a basilisk.
Ciri.
When the basilisk hatches, it devours the snakes, imbibing.
Didn't we just have a talk about interfering Ciri and not getting into trouble? This girl needs to be muzzled.
It's the falsest lie.
Tis the truest truth.
Why won't she stop? Ciri is really starting to get on my nerves. No, not the running punch. Maybe give her a hand, although I want her to get thrashed around a bit because I don't know why you can't mind your business, Ciri.
It's my knife.
I don't know what Sis is up to. I don't want to not have to root against the sister here, but I might have to.
I have to get out of here.
You think? Now after you've made a mess? Now you need to get out of here? Ciri, you're killing me.
Where is my money?
Hey, Trouble!
Just let her have it.
You were great in there.
Let her have it. You deserve that because you had no reason. No reason. All you had to do.
So this is the girl. Don't look at her. Look at me.
Why?
That's enough for introductions. As an apology for her.
Why is her eyes bleeding? What's going on? What was that? She kicked your butt, whatever it was. So many questions and not enough explanation. Hello, what is going on here now? Pause. What is this place? Why is everyone high and drunk, and why are there hot men wandering about?
Oh, the wine. No.
Get it yourself.
Yeah, she wasn't raised as a novice. She ain't putting up with this.
What the hell is wrong with you? Before you spoil everything. I can't spoil something that's already rotten.
I mean, I have to agree on this one.
Our best chance to be safe. Sometimes you have to go along to get along.
To what end?
To survival at this point.
And if I do become some powerful learned Aretusan mage, will you let her scrape out my insides to become vapid and power-hungry like your friends out there?
Just say it is one of the most
I
powerful.
mean, she's not lying. She's not lying at all.
You want to be a great leader? You want to change the world? Well, guess what? The day-to-day of leading is dealing with a lot of vapid, power-hungry assholes.
It's true.
So you need to find the version of yourself that can deal with that.
Trust me, I know you're not Geralt. He would never sell his soul like this.
Wow, Ciri, come on now. That was unfair. That was unfair. I agree, this sucks. I don't like them bitches either, but the reality is we gotta try, because your powers are not helping you right now. You're just getting yourself in trouble. Ugh, this is so messy, but real.
You taught him well.
Just like Vicenna taught me.
Oh, is that his mama? Let's talk about his mama, can we?
She was beaten very badly. Does that make you feel better or worse?
I never wanted her to hurt.
That's good.
Love for a child forces parents to make the hardest choices of their lives. Impossible ones, even.
Yep. But you now know, Geralt.
I remember my hunger. And her stomach growling twice as loud as mine. She used her magic to create elaborate meals that we couldn't afford.
But were they satisfying?
I would have done anything to make her smile.
To save you, she had to let you go.
This can't have been the only choice.
It wasn't.
No. It's true. Maybe it wasn't your mom's life she was trying to save.
If we are to unite the North, we must be united.
Have you ever been really, though?
Of appealing to the kings. We first have to find better versions of ourselves.
Period. Be the change you want to see, baby. I know this dizzy girl is not trying to run away. Oh, you know what? Okay.
We'll meet again soon.
With my manservant. The note says it's for you.
Oh. A present.
The way he's easily distracted. Shiny thing! It might be a curse. Open with care.
Told you, Dijkstra, they're not so bad.
Oh, God. Is that your queen?
I swear to you, I will not let them get away with this.
But she's wearing a crown. I can't remember what his wife looks like. I don't think it looked like her, though, right? Did you do this, sir? Sorry, that was perfect. He did do it.
You.
Yeah, him.
All that talk of making the queen more useful.
Yep. Get her out of the way, so he has to marry Cirilla.
You won't get away with it. It's treason.
If he gets caught.
I am his most important advisor.
Jealousy.
Are a weak, silly, ineffectual little shit who just delivered his wife's head to him in a box. Go back to sucking on the royal teat until you're just drunk enough to forget this terrible tragedy.
Okay. Interesting. All right, Radovid. I feel like this means he's gonna switch sides. You know what that means. Come on, Radovid. You've been playing well so far. Don't give up. You don't need these people.
I mean, I knew Hedwig had a thick neck, but gods, that was a workout to cut through.
So you killed her. Interesting.
But how did she manage to portal into the palace and through my protection enchantments?
Maybe because the portal was special.
A portal is a portal.
You sure?
The mage backing me in
Oh?
works for Nilfgaard.
That makes sense.
Fuck me.
I think she just did.
Who works for fucking Nilfgaard?
Oh, Rience, don't get so agitated.
Oh, this chick who tried to drink the thing.
Don't worry your hideous little face.
Damn.
At least I still have a face.
Oh!
Instead of just the illusion of one.
Yikes.
I have a demand of my own.
Ooh, it's getting... This plot's getting thick on every side, man.
With the rounded generals. So perhaps it would be wise to consider an escape plan.
Yep. For sure. He's coming for you.
Is death the front room?
Okay, well, that might come sooner than you think.
He expected me to have a disposition of a diplomat like my brothers. I was impetuous. Short temper, rash judgment.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that. That's why your ass ended up back outside.
I've known you to march into battle with little more than a breastplate made of chicken bones and a stick for a sword.
Chicken bones? That would take forever.
Because you are the strongest of them all.
I suppose you're strong for a scrawny little...
Why? I'm so confused. I'm by Robbie Amell, I guess. I'm so confused. That move made no sense to me. All right, that move made no sense to me. Maybe it'll make sense later. Because I thought he would work with you, but I guess the king did say a division with the elves wouldn't work. I don't think this is a natural storm. Oh, this might be a dream. This is like the people from her dream, or from the last season, right? The writers or whatever. Oh, it's been so long since I watched last season. Okay, I think this is definitely a dream now. And if it isn't, sweet Jesus.
Join us.
I don't want to. Okay, maybe it is real. What is that? Armor? Looks like chainmail.
They were real.
Yeah, that was chainmail. All right, well, that was terrifying. Who knows what those are? I don't even know. But I think those are from not the last season, but the one before when they portaled into that other place. I can't remember the names of them. I'm so sorry, guys. It's been so long since I watched the last season, but I think that's who those people might have been, because they were saying to Cirilla that they wanted her to join them, right? And then before she portaled back into their dimension. So if they're actually here, how did they get here? Did Ciri leave that door open somehow? Questions. But yeah, Ciri is really getting on my nerves, child. This is reminding me of season 1, Ciri. And I'm sorry, like, I get that she's a temperamental teenager. And again, I'm not against her not liking the situation that Yennefer is putting her in. But it's just, again, this blatant disregard for her own safety, but also the fact that she's by extension endangering the people around her is really what gets on my nerves. And I get it. She's a teenager. Teenagers often don't see the effect that they have on the people around them, or the ripple effect of their actions, because they're too young to understand or have that depth of perception that typically comes with just living on the planet for a little bit longer. But anyway, yeah, this episode really focusing on Yennefer, like she said, reconciling her past and trying to figure out the best way to move forward now, trying to get Cirilla a teacher, but also her trying to fix the mistake she made by setting that prisoner free, because that's what, of course, caused the fracture between the Brotherhood and the royalty. And she feels guilty for that, because a lot of the tension and the discord that's happening in North right now is because of that. Now, again, I don't think it's solely because of that. I feel like that was definitely one of those straw that broke the camel's back situations, because, if they were really a strong connection between the Brotherhood and the kings and the kingdoms, etc., one prisoner escaping would not be enough to break them. Like, this was clearly something that had been building up for some time, and this was kind of just the final straw. But either way, we see that she feels guilty. She feels responsible for it, and understandably so. And so her going back and, that conversation she had with Tissaia was really a good one around just, the craziness of politics, and again, how foolish all of this is, because unlike a lot of these kings, Tissaia and Yennefer have been around for centuries. They've seen these repeated patterns of stupidity and how futile it is. And that's something that these kings don't see. They're very short-sighted because they've only lived their own lives. And as she said, all this greed and all this chaos and murder and backstabbing and all these things that go down simply for the gold and silver coins that, like she said, there's no value to these things. They're just, the idea of value is placed on them, but they're not. And truthfully, especially as Tissaia said, all this gold and silver that's being kept inside of a bank, inside of a vault. Money is useless if you don't use it, right? That's what people don't realize when you stockpile all this cash and stuff like that. Money, like she said, you can't love it. It doesn't love you back. You can't have sex with it. It won't give you a family. It will buy you things, but that's the whole point. Money is currency. It's energy. It's supposed to give you something that you actually want in life. But so many people focus on stockpiling it and do atrocious things to do that they miss the whole point of it. And it really is just meaningless metal or paper in our case. But anyway, so understanding where Yennefer is coming from, I get where she's going with it. And I get why she feels like she's got to humble herself, because of these... Because of the political nature of Aretuza, she realizes she can't just come in and demand things. She knows that she's going to have to humble herself and act a certain type of way for the misogynists that work in the Brotherhood as well as the kings. But of course, Ciri does not get that. Ciri is a princess. She's used to having her own way. She's used to doing things the way she wants. And I don't blame her, because the way that one particular witch was treating her, like this novice, treating them like slaves, talking down to them, condescending to them, it's gross, right? I know that a lot of them are doing this because that's what they went through in Aretuza, and we saw that during Yennefer's training, right? She was treated like crap. Tissaia was an absolute horror to her for her first, few years at the academy. But I've said this so many times that just because something terrible has happened to you does not mean you shouldn't then in turn do that to somebody else. And that's exactly what we see happening there, is that these women who've been through their own personal hell through Aretusa are just passing that tradition of trauma along to the novices. And Ciri was very right when she called out Jennifer and said, like, why do I want to become like this? Like, you're saying that I basically have to sit here, be treated like crap, only to get to a point where I become this vapid, self-hating person and eventually have my insides scooped out in turn for eternal youth. Right? Like, it's not a great prize when you look at the whole picture. Like you said, at worst, I'm an eel. At best, I'm a soulless, woman who's been stripped of one of our vital organs, right? Well, not a vital organ, but you know what I'm saying. Like, it's something that's very meaningful. And we know this because Yennefer, we saw the effect of her trading in her womb for her powers, right? She regrets it. And as she said, if she could go back, she would change it. But digressing, Ciri had a really good point. But at the same time, Yennefer doesn't know any other way. And again, she's more thinking about the fact that Tissaia may be the only person who can train Ciri. And we still don't know what happened during that time when she was looking Ciri in the eye. She was clearly doing something with magic, enough that it was triggering her, like, the tears of blood. So I'm like, girl, what is going on? So I don't know what that was all about. She didn't explain it, and Yennefer cut it short for some reason. So I think Yennefer knows what it was or has experienced it herself. But anyway, the question still remains of whether or not Tissaia plans on training her at all. But anyhow, we see that Yennefer is saying, look, okay, let's do what we can to try to bring the Brotherhood and the Kings back into accord, because at the very least, we need to get something together before Nilfgaard strikes, because we're not in a position to fight them off if that happens. But anyways, Ciri ran away. I wish I could say I'm surprised. But again, I understand why she did it, but it was a foolish decision because, again, endangering herself. She keeps forgetting that she's wanted. She seems to think that she's some force because she had 3 months of Witcher training. Like, she's so frustrating. But at least she called Geralt first. I'll give her that. At least she had Geralt on his way so that it wasn't like completely out on her own. But I'm just like, she really gets on my nerves when she acts like this. It's just so frustrating with her sometimes. But anyhow, the only reason I'm not completely bent out of shape about it is the fact that I don't think that Yennefer's approach is 100% the right one. And again, Ciri's not going to thrive under the tutelage of Aretusa if they go about it the stereotypical way, because again, Ciri was never raised to be a witch or a mage. She's never been raised to think this is what her path was going to be. And she's just too headstrong for it, truthfully. She was going to buck that system based on the system itself, let alone her magic, right? She wouldn't progress just because she'd be trying to rebel if she stayed there anyway. So yeah, her finding Geralt, thank God, because now, like we just saw at the end, those riders, I guess I wish I could remember their name. It looks like they might have crossed over into her dimension somehow. So that is terrifying. Yet another person coming for Ciri, which has just added another layer of complexity to this whole situation. So outside of that, we had Geralt. He took the girl to a druid friend of his, and hoping that he could figure out what happened to her. We found out that a super complex spell was dropped on her mind, and she said whoever did it is somebody who's very old, which again feels like that mage that is backing Rience, because he's been around for a minute too, and he's been looking for Ciri's, and I feel like he would have the understanding of elven magic and druidic magic and the type of stereotypical mage magic. So, or possibly he employed a few people. But he said that there's a girl with a strange voice, and I wish I knew who that was, or if I can't remember if I came across a witch with a weird voice yet. Like I said, I may have to rewatch the last season because I'm forgetting a lot. But anyway, we find out that yes, it was the guy who's supporting Rience and possibly another mage that were responsible for putting this mind hex on her, and that she was taken from Aretusa. So I'm thinking that's the student from last episode where they said they couldn't find her, but with the blood streaked on the wall, I'm thinking it must have been her that was taken and that they've been putting this spell on her. But again, we don't know how long it's gone. Like, the timing in this show is always a big question mark. Like, are we in the future? Are we in the past? How much time has gone by? We never know. But anyway, so at least we found out the truth about that. And her name is Taryn. She knows what her real name is now. But the druid was saying it's going to take a long time to take this enchantment off because it's a layered one. And we saw that someone channeled through her when Geralt tried to press her during this whole extraction process. So yeah, Geralt knows there's some crazy stuff going on there, but he realized it's a dead end with Taryn right there because she really doesn't know who did this. Although he did say it's someone that she knew. So that's what I'm saying. It definitely has to be the guy at the academy. But anyways, she does know now. So they all know now that whoever it is definitely works for Nilfgaard, but they're just not sure who that could be. And so Geralt's on his way back and left Taryn there. Jaskier was, Jaskier has a crush, but I think we figured that out last episode. And I'm glad that he was upfront with Geralt about what's going on. And now at least we know that he is truly about sending Ciri to Redenia, but I'm glad that Geralt kind of convinced him that, yeah, no, that's just not going to work. Like, there's no way she's just going to be a bride. She's going to be a political tool, and there's no way Ciri's going for that. She's going to end up getting herself killed there, too. So, yeah, that's dead in the water. And then we saw that little bit about, you know, with the Nilfgaardian guys. Like, I don't really care much about it at this point because I'm like, I know it's leading up to something, but for now, I mean, peace out, Robbie Amell, I guess. You were great in those few episodes, but yeah, he was taken out of the equation, and I'm not exactly sure why, but that man has been crazy since last season, so I don't know what he's up to and whether or not that's what he was supposed to do, but I guess we'll find out in upcoming episodes. So yeah, this was quite the reunion episode indeed. Lots of craziness still going down, but I'm glad that Geralt and Ciri are back together. We'll see if they go back for Yen and what that's going to mean, but I think that having all three of them so close to the Brotherhood might be dangerous, so maybe that's not such a good idea. But we'll have to see what goes down. But yeah, the plot is thickening, as I said in the episode. Lots of layers being added into this on the political side, on Geralt's side, and like I said, with the introduction of these horsemen, yet another foe, another layer to all of this that Ciri's going to have to deal with. So yeah, I'm so curious as to how we're even going to begin to tackle this, because it just feels like it's getting to an overwhelming level, especially for three people. So yeah, another good episode. I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please show some love to this video, and we will see you in the next one.